Hi, and welcome to episode 4 of How to Do Retired. If you missed any of the other episodes, don't worry, there'll be a link at the end of this video and in the description as well. Now I bet when you saw the title of this episode, the Retirement Mixtape, you thought I was going to give you a list of songs all about retirement, or maybe some of my favorite songs from some previous musical decade. And we know it would have been 80s, best music ever. But no, I'm actually making an analogy between making a mixtape and retirement, because both of those involve a process. Now, if you're already retired or close to retirement, I don't need to explain to you what a mixtape is. But if retirement's still a ways off in your future, a mixtape was what we had to do if we wanted to get all of our favorite songs together and listen to them. Back before there was downloadable music and streaming music, you had to actually go and get a cassette to record your favorite songs onto. Yep, new still in the box. Now, if you wanted to make a good mixtape, you had to do some preparation, you had to do some planning. Like, first off, you had to decide, well, what music were you going to use and where was it going to come from? Maybe you were going to get it all from LPs, right? You're going to go grab your favorite albums, decide which songs you wanted off of each of those, and that was going to be your source of music. Or maybe you were going to get it off of 8 tracks as another possibility. That was pretty complicated, and you needed a special machine for that. Or you could always go from one cassette to the other. Or the absolute hardest way to do it was to get a device that had a radio and wait for that song that you wanted to come on the radio and then hit the record button. There was a when component for making a mixtape because it wasn't a fast process. It took you 3 minutes to record a 3-minute song. So if you were making a 60-minute, 90-minute, or 120-minute cassette tape, it was going to take a bit of time. There's a when aspect for retirement as well. When do you retire? Well, for some folks, someone will make that decision for you. But if you've got to make the decision, you've got to decide when the right time to retire is. Maybe it's when you've achieved everything it is you wanted to achieve. Or maybe it's when you've gotten tired of doing whatever it is you've been doing. But this is where a little bit of math comes into play. So there's some math involved in the retirement decision as well. And a lot of that centers around money. How much money do you need to retire? Now, I am the last person to give out financial advice to anyone, so I won't do that. But I'll tell you what I figured out. It's kind of simple at the top level. Figure out how much money you spend each month or each year, and then figure out how much retirement money you need in order to support that. For us, we did pretty good record keeping for a couple of years, and we averaged out what our per month budget was, and we knew how much money per month we needed. And then I looked at my retirement savings and all those retirement sources of income and decided when were they going to be able to meet that. And the only other piece of it is adding in a little buffer for all of the weird stuff that may happen to those investments. Now, I know all that probably sounds pretty complicated and not a lot of fun, but there was actually some fun in making a mixtape. And that fun part came from picking your favorite songs and filling that mixtape with the things that you really liked. And retirement's the same way. Fill that retirement with the things you really like. Maybe it's like a mixtape, you're gonna have a theme for your retirement. So, aerobics, that was my wife's. Or rock and slow songs. Or my favorite was the Stuff series. Stuff 1 through 6. And it was exactly that. All of my favorite stuff. And maybe that's what your retirement should be. All of your favorite stuff. Pick a theme. Maybe your theme is adventure. Maybe your theme is volunteering. Maybe your theme is mentorship. Maybe your theme is family. But pick a theme for your retirement and have some fun filling it up. So that's my retirement is like a mixtape analogy. If you wanted to make a good mixtape, you had to follow a process. If you want to have a good and successful retirement, you got to follow a process as well. You got to do a little bit of planning. You got to figure out the what, the where, the when, but most importantly, you got to figure out what your favorite things are that you're going to put on that retirement mixtape. What are those things you want to fill your retirement with? And once you do all that, the rest is pretty simple. All you got to do is put that retirement mixtape in and hit play. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.